Welcome back, trainers, and Community Day was a very good success for me, and I found quite a few of these shiny Squirtles and with sunglasses as well. Now, I've had a change of heart about powering it up. I just don't like the model of Blastoise with his sunglasses, and I actually only made one with Hydro Cannon. So, yeah, there's that. Funny thing is, the Ice Beam seems to be outperforming the new moveset, which is just crazy. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that later on in another video. I'm going to take them to the gym. But first, we're going to just go over the highlights of my community day and the research task. Now, there was a bit of a problem. Let me show you. When you go over here and you claim your reward, it was freezing. And if you have, say, 200-300 of these claim your rewards stacked up all up here, they're just piling up. And if you didn't know that, yes, the ones that have the grass where you can collect it and you can encounter a Pokemon, you can save it for later and they stack up. And I have hundreds. And it doesn't, the newest one is not going to be at the very first, it's going to be the very last. So it would freeze and I didn't have any idea if it was a shiny or not. So I may have shiny sunglasses Squirtles hanging out at the very, very top of this list. So my shiny encounter rate could have been even higher. But that's fine, because like I said, I don't want to power one of these up because, nah, it's not worth it. It's not worth the Stardust investment right now. But I did evolve quite a few, which we will be looking at all of that stuff here in just a moment. So we have this Blastoise with Hydro Cannon and Bite, which I will change to, actually we'll keep it Bite, depending on what's in the gym. That could work to my advantage. But you're gonna, ideally you're gonna want Water Gun on that. And here is my 100. Yeah, pretty nice. You'd think if anything I would power this up. But like I said, Ice Beam just seems to be outperforming it. It is a community day move. Very neat, you know. But that's just my opinion. Plus, I already have one that's powered up with Ice Beam already. And if you want a water attacker, just go to Vaporeon, Gyarados, Kyogre, even for Alligator almost. So, made quite a few of them. Made a bit too many, to be honest with you, which is quite fine because I'm not going to be powering them up, so I don't need all the Squirtle candy, even though I'm still stacked on the Squirtle candy. Now, I do prefer the shiny without sunglasses, definitely. And look at that beautiful dark green shell. I love that. Reminds me of a Ninja Turtle. I just wish I had a better IV one. Now, if I was going to power one of these up without the Community Day move, it would be Cowabunga here with Ice Beam. It is only at 58%, but its damage is outperforming the Hydro Cannon, which is really crazy. Some of you are probably like, you don't know what you're talking about. Check it. Go check it. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into my highlights. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Community Day footage that I have here. And if you're wondering, what is the next Community Day? I see a lot of you asking that. Either it's going to be Metagross, Gardevoir, or Salamence. We'll have to see. They could switch us up if we keep trying to predict it. They're like, oh, okay, you want to guess those and then make it another Pokemon. But I'm going to go for Gardevoir, Metagross, Salamence at the moment, okay? So quite a few encounters with these sunglasses Squirtles because I was completing those research tasks like a madman, just trying to find that shiny Squirtle with sunglasses. And to my surprise, I found it within 14 minutes. And this is my first shiny right here at 10 CP. Or is it 10 or is it like 14? It was extremely low. It was sad. Oh, is it 10? Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we have some more research tasks. Now, I was frantically hoping to get one as soon as possible. But then, like I said, I just, my feelings changed for it. I kept looking at the Blastoise. I kept looking at the sunglasses. And I was thinking, you know, this doesn't feel right. These shades just... I mean, it's neat. I'm not complaining. I'm happy they implemented this. You know, it's so funny. We want it so bad, and then when we get it, we complain. Here we are, right? Here I am. But I personally just wish they would have added the original shades. That's my only complaint here. That just doesn't feel like the original thing. But hey, it is something, right? So that's one of the reasons why I'm not going to power it up as well. And I mean, if they had the cool pointy sunglasses or the circle ones like the hipster style, then I would have totally went for it. But it's like the bro, and I don't like the bro style. I like the, you know, 80s look or the like hipster thing. Anyways, that was my first shiny sunglasses Squirtle right there. I was happy. I was telling my friend that we were driving with, I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm still going to play. I'm going to try to catch and grind hard here, but I am complete. I have my shiny Squirtle with sunglasses, so it was good times. I found quite a bit, and like I said, I'm going to be transferring a lot, and this is Squirtle Squad here. Look at that. So many spawns. But it's unfortunate for this one that he's just not a useful Pokemon. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is highly defensive, and if you want to drop one in a gym with Ice Beam, Hydro Cannon, it's cool, I suppose. People are saying it's going to be hard to dodge. Can't wait to battle one and to use it myself. But think about it. If somebody's going to go up against a Blastoise, a shiny one, sunglasses nonetheless, they're going to think, oh, it's going to be all water moves, and they're going to be using grass types or possibly dragons. What are those weak against? Ice. So when you want to give them a little surprise, how about you evolve one of your shinies and put Ice Beam on it, or sunglasses, put Ice Beam on it, and they're going to get hit by a little surprise if they're using the weakness, which is more than likely, because they're not going to, I mean, they could be using electric types, you know, that's an option as well, and then Ice Beam is just going to be neutral damage. But if they are using dragon, grass, or I don't know, that's pretty much it, flying types for some reason, they're going to get hit hard by that Ice Beam, at least a decent amount of damage, and unexpected, especially if it's the people that like to just tap the screen and not even pay attention to what's going on. Their Pokemon are going to die. But anyways, Hydro Cannon is good. Just giving you options here, thinking outside the box, because it's that kind of PvP strategy that you want to have, to give your opponents just that much more trouble when they're trying to take out your gym. If you understand where I'm coming from, highly competitive player here, so I just can't wait for PvP to drop personally, because it's going to be amazing. And yes, they can drop PvP with the current battle system. They totally could. It would be very dull, but they're going to have to revamp the whole battle system and almost make it, I don't want to say turn-based, dare I say that, but I don't know, something else. Say an option like, I think like Trainer Tips came up with this idea where you hold the attack option while you're battling, and then you have multiple attacks to pick from, or maybe they're just there on the side. It wouldn't be hard to implement multiple attacks. That would help PvP, but that's not what's going to kill it. What's going to kill it is the fact that you're just tapping the screen. Now, I can go up against people, and no, don't want to sound like I'm all that or anything, but I know I can win a lot of battles because people just simply do not know how to strategize for teams, and they're just going to go in there with their supposed highest DPS Pokemon, tanky Pokemon, which would probably help them out. But when it comes down to it, strategy is what's going to win that battle. Alright, so this is all speculation, right? This is just me looking into the future, hoping, waiting. I could make a lot of guesses as to how PvP can work, but that's going to have to be a whole nother video because I'll be talking for about 40 minutes. So maybe somebody can do a podcast with me, talk about PvP for a good hour or something like that. Talking to you, hybrid. Anyways, so let's go ahead and take a look. A lot of Squirtle. I just started basically collecting them, and if they weren't 100 or a shiny, I was just letting them stack up in my inventory of Pokemon to collect later for a rainy day. And I was contemplating whether or not I should go through all of my Pokemon that I have stacked up currently, like 200 of them, just to get to the Squirtles. But then I was thinking, I don't think so. It's not worth it. I'm better off waiting until something, you know, maybe happens to my car or me. I'm not able to walk, or I'm stranded somewhere or have to do something for a few days and I just can't get out. And I have all these Pokemon stacked up. Turn on the start piece and I have all these, you know, to catch. Should be pretty nice. And there's another Squirtle with sunglasses as well. Got 3 of those. Now, as far as trade value and how valuable are they going to be in the future? Well, they're going to be pretty good. I don't know if you're going to ever be able to get the Squirtle with sunglasses again if you don't have it stacked up in your catch taskbar. But other than that, I would think like a year, 2 years down the road, when if they do not release it again, then you'll have some pretty good trade stuff there, especially if you evolved a Blastoise and it has Hydro Cannon on it. Not the fact that it's going to be like, oh, it's so good, but it's just going to be an exclusive move shiny with sunglasses. You have a double whammy. And if you have 100, guys, a 100 shiny sunglasses Hydro Cannon Blastoise, you better hold on to that for dear life. That's a very good thing to have. Now, it's not going to be as rare as, say, I don't know, a Pichu Santa hat or whatever Pichu hats. Can you even hatch a shiny Pichu with the new sunglasses and hat? I don't know if I've seen anybody post that. But then again, I just could be completely out of it. So there we go with the 420. Look at that, 420 Squirtle. And unfortunately, I did a stupid thing at about 1257, which we will be looking at here, the evolutions of the Blastoise and Wartortle and Squirtle, is I evolved it because it had 15 in attack. And I was like, well, I want a Hydro Cannon Blastoise shiny with at least one with 15 in attack. And I evolved it. So goodbye and rest in peace, Squirtle. But that's okay. All right, are you ready for some evolutions? Let's get into it. So I was very indecisive other than the 100. It was down to like, I say like 10 minutes left for the community day. And I did leave the times up at the top. I don't know if I mentioned that, so you guys can see my progress throughout this whole thing. Now some of these evolutions are going to be like rewinded in the time because I did some like midway and then I did a lot of them like right at the very end. So if you're wondering what's going on with that, that's what's happening here. So there is the 100 out of the way with Hydro Cannon. Perfect. If I do ever power one up, I probably should power that one up. But like I said, I just really like that shiny form of Blastoise. And I do go a little bit bananas on evolving these. I don't know what I was thinking. Like I said, I was being indecisive. I evolved ones I shouldn't have, and I didn't evolve ones I maybe should have. It was all weird. I probably should have went for like at least a couple more shiny sunglasses Hydro Cannons. And yes, I'm putting this routes in here just to give you guys a little heads up as to what might be next. Alright, so on to some more evolutions here. But I would say this, if this video gets, I don't know if I should be saying this, 1,000 likes, then I'll max out a Blastoise of you guys' choice. Maybe the 100, maybe a shiny one. Even the sunglasses one that has that low CP, it was through the research task, so it does have good IVs, so there's nothing to worry about there. It's just a matter of how much I want to invest, because when you get them through the tasks, they come at a low CP, low level, and it's going to cost a lot more Stardust to invest. But yeah, if I get 1,000 likes on this video, I suppose I'll power this, not the sunglasses one. Well, whatever comments request what more. But that's if this video gets those likes. So anyways, let's continue on here. And then I go ahead and switch off the move. This is after, as you can see, it's 1 p.m. And I was like, okay, I want to have that Ice Beam one. Oh, Flash Cannon. Go ahead and use a Charge TM on it. And get Ice Beam. Alrighty. So with that said, traders, I'll be catching you all next time with a Blastoise Community Day Gym Battle.